So when we step into the world of probability, something to consider, the market's been up 3 weeks in a row, 15 trading days since August 5th. I'm recording this on the 23rd, so 18 days overall, but 15 trading days altogether. And the probability of something moving higher 15 consecutive days, as far as trading days concerned, overall, is 3% I mean, very rarely. I mean, we're almost setting a fucking record, right? So the most the market is gonna up, like, on any given day for a number of consecutive days, that is like 17. 16 is about as good as it gets. We're 15 days high. What the fuck is gonna think is gonna happen next week? But yet, we got one guy that's going mental, getting checked out in a fucking mental hospital in the group because all he's focused on is, oh my God, Leo, it's a green candle. Oh no. Like, cut out all the fucking emotions when you trade. Look at the probabilities, okay? The probability that the market was going to do nothing today, basically drop 50 points, go up 40 points, like that was 3% probability. That was more likely, like, with the Powell speech, normally the market would be moving quite a bit more in either direction. And I would have been totally fine if the market would move up fucking 100, 200 points. But guess what? It can't even do that on what the market appears to calculate as the most bullish catalyst of all motherfucking times. And you got Bitcoin is up in a big fucking way, clearly to the level from where Bitcoin has dropped 14,000 points. We're exactly back to that level. Now, that is something we have talked about and voiced in the prior audio message, which was talking about Meta, right? Meta skyrocketed up to yesterday, the most amount all the big tech stocks, back to the level of 540. What happens today? Well, shit, Meta is the only, or just out of the big tech names, there was like 3 of them that were down today. Meta was down by more than the rest of them. So what do you think is happening next? See, it's not about, oh my God, well, shit is ripping, it looks like it's going high. Man, forget about that. Like, your goal as a trader is to figure out what happens Monday, what happens Tuesday, what happens fucking Friday, by next Friday, what happens over the course of the next 2 weeks, okay? And I'm telling you, there's never been a sequence in the market where something has gone up 15 consecutive trading days in a fucking row, okay? And it moved up on day 16. The probability of that is fucking 3%. Day 17, 1%, day 18, fucking 0. So when we're talking about trading this from the standpoint of probability, okay, and the standpoint of probability, the market got the best of it today, considering we had 90 fucking plus % probability of the market dropping. And it's not like it didn't drop. It just, it drops after the Powell speech when we shorted it. It drops promptly 50 fucking, actually drops 50 4.5 points from the point we get into the trade, but it bounces. So most of you are like, oh my God, well, it's fucking bullish. No, it's not fucking bullish. Okay, it is bullish in the sense that we didn't break the 5,600 level today in the S&P 500, but it's bearish when you take a look at the context, because everything that has reached the same level where it was back in July is selling off. And a good example of that I just given you is Meta. Now, it is critical to keep your sanity at such moments if you're a short seller, because you're going to be looking at shit and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's another green fucking candle. And surely, when your emotions are telling you it's over, nothing can drop, and for all the fucking reason we have gotten today, Powell admitted that the economy is slowing and labor market is fucked. And therefore, it would be wise, finally, for the Federal Reserve, Jesus Christ, to be behind the goddamn numbers for the employment data now for years. But finally, they cannot masquerade them anymore. So, like, the Labor Statistics Department, like, goddamn, what do you want us to do? How can we hide these fucking numbers? So the Fed finally says, well, look, the labor market is fucked. Like, not verbatim, but they basically say it today. And so you would think, well, this is the time for everyone to get the fucking memo and start selling. But no, we get a little bit of selling, not a whole lot, but we get some selling. And then the market bounces, because clearly some fuckers be like, man, let's skip the memo. I mean, fuck, let's buy it. Federal Reserve is going to cut the rate, so this is the reason to buy. This is not a reason to buy if you study, historical time frames such as 2007, 2008. That was not the time to buy. The time Federal Reserve cuts was the time to sell. And if you cut your positions on the long side at that moment, you would have saved a fortune. You would have saved a phenomenal amount of money. And those people that still believed it was a wise idea to buy the market at that point, I mean, they went belly up. That's how some of the biggest banks in the United States went out of business completely and had to be rescued. Some of them back in 2007, 2008. But yeah, the average trader neglects all that. They look at the next fucking green candle. Oh my God, it's green. And, the same trader is going to be reacting to the red candles next week and be like, oh my God, it's red. Well, you got to be able to trade when the candle is green and buy puts. And you got to be able to collect when the candle is red. You got to collect some money, wait for the next bounce, and fucking get back into the trade. But most of the traders, they'll never get to do that because they're just an emotional slave of the market. So the reason you would come and trade with 30 market moves, guys, because you want to get the overall focus on the right things on the market. Okay, so yeah, what does the green candle represent today at the end of the trading session? Well, it's a biggest short selling opportunity I've seen in your lifetime. And some of you didn't pay attention to the first 5 minutes of this message. Like, what? How's that, Leo? It's green. Yes. Look at the fucking probabilities, damn it. Okay, 15 days straight higher. Okay, not necessarily by great manager, but like this officially one of the greatest fucking bounces of all times. When the market gets the message, shit is completely fucked. The market's bounce in expectation of interest rate. Today, we're confirming the Fed officially recognizes not the interest rate cut, but the foundational issues with the labor market, which is a reason to sell the market, not buy it. But yet, the market continues with the fucking insanity of actually pumping the shit. And on day 15, guys, on day 15. So, how long can the show last? Another fucking day. Based at the fucking probabilities, you got one more day where shit could bounce and then it's going to collapse the fuck out. So, with that said, today was a beautiful day to put on some shorts. Today was a beautiful day to put on some shorts on some names that are hitting close to the levels they were in July. And Bitcoin is one of them. And Ethereum, Ethereum is way underperforming Bitcoin. So I think Ethereum is a much better short, despite of what many people are saying up there. I mean, technically you could say, whoa, but Ethereum's got so much further to go up. Okay, but Ethereum is dog shit in relation to Bitcoin anyway. So it makes sense that, I know, the pump is happening now. As the dollar drops, it makes sense that, okay, well, if dollar drops, what goes higher? Well, naturally, gold goes higher. Oil technically should be going higher. It should be, right? Let me finish the sentence here. Bitcoin should be going higher. Crypto should be going higher if dollar is collapsing. But if you study the history of 2008, 2007, which at that moment, clearly, we didn't have many participants in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but guess what? If we did have Bitcoin or Ethereum trading at the levels that we are now back in 2000, 2008, they would have collapsed probably 60-70%. So our case still stands strong when it comes to Ethereum and Bitcoin. We think that between now and October, November, Bitcoin, Ethereum is going to collapse anywhere from fucking 40 to 60%. And then after that is when we will actually get the real pump. So from there, we could get a major pump in crypto, but not necessarily right this moment. So these fake bounces that happen on low volume, they're highly shortable opportunities. Okay. And the only thing you can do as a trader on a day like today, when shit basically it collapses 50 points, it go up 40 points. What can you do? Okay. It's just a bad fucking day from a standpoint of trading directional options. Yes, you could have taken some trades off the table. You could have added to some of the positions, but if you missed all of it, guys, be ready for next week because it's going to be beautiful. Based on probabilities to next week, next 2 weeks is going to be some of the most magnificent short selling trades of all times. Okay, so I don't want you guys to miss it. Okay, I don't want you to lose your mind. There was some green candles that were taking place in the latter part of the trading session today. I want you to be ready for what's coming next in the week, and for that reason, you should be starting the hell out of the charts pattern, charts divergence. You should be looking over a lot of things that have transpired today in very light volume in relation to what the market overall perceives as a highly bullish message for the market, which is, oh, the Fed is going to cut the rates. Yeah, but let's go back in history and see what has happened on many occasions when Fed actually began the rate cutting cycle. It's not a pretty fucking picture based off the context. And about that, more in the next message and video, guys. I may be pulling up some charts to go review some shit with you. But the most important thing that you could be doing right now, if you are determined to take your 10, 20K account to 2 million plus over the course of the next 120 days with 13 Market Moves Coach, guys, you should be giving us a call right now at 13mmtv.com or 13marketmoves.com. Schedule a call. Get in touch with us right now. Don't miss the next big trading week. Let's fucking roll.